County, in Nandi Hills Sub-County, in Kapsabet County Referral Hospital, and across the nation, Mr. Speaker. You know, the success of failure of devolution in this country, Mr. Speaker, sir, will only, the yardstick that we will use will only be based on health sector, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to call upon the Health Committee, and I'm happy the Vice Chair is in the House and a number of colleagues to look into this issue because we want, Mr. Speaker. As I speak, I feel sad for the people of Lalamak location, Mr. Speaker, Diff Ward in Wajir County. I saw the elders in Wajir South coming out that there is no drugs in Wajir County, Mr. Speaker. Yet the COG chair comes from Wajir County, and they receive more than 12 billion, Mr. Speaker. But when you go to Diff Ward in Wajir South constituency, there are no drugs, Mr. Speaker. So it's very unfortunate, Mr. Speaker. We must come out and ensure our facilities have sufficient. Even on the issue of mortuary, Mr. Speaker, I was told here in Kiambu, the mortuaries are smelling. 5 kilometers, Mr. Speaker, when colleagues went there, 5 kilometers, you can feel the foul smell that comes from a number of mortuaries in Kiambu County, Mr. Speaker. So the issue of health will fall or succeed based on the commitment, Mr. Speaker, of our colleagues, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, with those many remarks, I yield back, and I hope health will be able to function in our country for betterment of our people. Mr. Speaker, I yield back.
What's your point of clarification?
I don't know whether it should be a point of clarification because I'm concerned, Honorable Speaker, that in my system, it is set to show that it's Senator Chimera seated on my machine. Is that in order, Honorable Speaker? That right now, when I'm seated here, waiting to submit on the floor of this House, the system does not show me as present, but shows that it's Senator Chimera on my desk. Is that in order? Can the people who are handling this computer system do a much better job? Can you instruct them, Honorable Speaker, to do a better job? I take offense.
Did you log in, Senator Veronica?
I tried logging in, it didn't work. They brought me the card.
So you've not logged in?
I tried logging in even with the card. It still shows that it's Senator Chimera seated on my desk. What is this game now? Come and make this system.
Senator Tams, please look into that issue.
And I'm offended by that.
Senator Okech.
Do I get the mic? Mr. Speaker, I also rise to comment on the statement by Senator Nyutu on the expiry of drugs. Mr. Speaker, KEMSA is becoming one of the most inefficient drug suppliers in the country. And Mr. Speaker, the problem is becoming an issue of inaccurate assessments by KEMSA, because KEMSA as a supplier of the most bulk and specialized medicine is constantly not using the right data to be able to look at this medicine. So that, Mr. Speaker, the problem of overstocking, whether it's deliberate for procurement people to overstock these drugs and make money of them, or just an issue of lack of data that is driving this overstocking, Mr. Speaker, must be assessed by this committee, Mr. Speaker. The second issue, Mr. Speaker, before the advent of devolution, we used to have ministerial basis for drug supplies, Mr. Speaker, so that the healthcare system that we used to have was more of a pull-based system. Right now it's a push-based system where it is heavily depending on counties to push some of these requirements, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, our counties have been very notorious on 2 levels. Number one, Mr. Speaker, is that most of our counties still have serious issues of pending bills to KEMSA as a centralized system. They do not want to explore other systems that can be able to supply drugs, because KEMSA is a supplier just as any other person. But even bigger problems becomes on low ordering rates by counties based on the fact that some of the counties are selling drugs from the hospitals, Mr. Speaker. Let's call a spade a spade. When KEMSA sends them drugs in the counties, Mr. Speaker, like in Migori County, I know for a fact, Mr. Speaker, that Migori County has got people who are working for county government that own chemist shops, Mr. Speaker. So drugs are taken out of chemist shops, from hospitals. They are put in chemist shops by governors' friends, Once they are put in chemist shops, Mr. Speaker, a diagnosis is done. After that, a patient is told to go and buy drugs from the governor's friends, Mr. Speaker. So they don't want to buy through a KEMSA system, Mr. Speaker. This is the menace that must be audited, and I hope that this committee will go to the county government, start with Migori County government, go and audit the inventory for drugs and the governor, so that the governor can tell us who are owning the chemist shops in Migori County, who are owning the chemist shops in Nandi, where Senator Cherargei comes from, who are owning the chemist shops in Bungoma, where Senator
Summarize in 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, I am saying the logistical inefficiencies of drugs in our counties. We want to know who are owning all the chemist shops in our counties, because governors are making so much money and they're making KEMSA inefficient, and they must stop this issue of taking drugs from our hospitals and giving their friends in chemist shops to run. Start with Migori County. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Kalwale.
Mr. Speaker, the statement by the Senator of Busia on EACC is about the fight against corruption. I'm afraid we are starting to lose the fight against corruption. When I reflect on this, I ask myself, what is it that we can do to strengthen the institution of EACC? Failing which, we disband it completely so that we look for a different way of combating corruption. How can it be, Mheshimiwa Mungatana, that parliamentarians are informed by the Auditor General, they call auditees, they get evidence, they confirm the concerns of the Auditor General, and when you forward to EACC, nothing happens? It is because they are corrupt. The EACC people are selling parliamentary reports to the very people they are supposed to prosecute. Mr. Speaker, Parliament must help Kenyans by addressing EACC. What's more, we must also question, Mr. Speaker, the office of the President. Why is it that we have members of the cabinet in the current cabinet who have got active cases forwarded by EACC for prosecution, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, you are all aware about the outcry about SHA. Mr. Speaker, it is because of corruption. Mr. Speaker, for the last 4 days, the so-called pre-authorization that is supposed to be done before a patient accesses services of SHA, there is a countrywide collapse of the network and or downtimes of that network, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is because there is a deliberate effort by corrupt people in the hospitals to ensure that the services of SHA are not accessed. Instead, members of the public who have been contributing to SHA are asked to pay in cash. Mr. Speaker, you are aware that as of yesterday, 204 schools have closed down because of the unrest. Mr. Speaker, it is because of corruption. Mr. Speaker, why is capitation money either delayed or not sent to schools, forcing the headmasters not to keep?
Thank you, Senator. Give him 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the issue of the 204 schools, we are all quiet. The ministry is quiet. The appointing authority of the minister is quiet. Parliament is quiet. and our children are dying in schools. It is because of corruption. In some of the cases, Mr. Speaker, corruption is responsible for the active cases against criminal students who have been arraigned before court to be dragged on and on for years until they eventually released and members of the public are not aware. We must fight corruption. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Dulo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to support two statements. One by Senator Roba on the pending bills. Mr. Speaker, I wish to congratulate this House having rejected the passing of a pending bill for Mary County. It's because of personal interest. That's why the House was forced actually to pay the pending bills. Mr. Speaker, we are not doing very well as far as pending bills are concerned. Many of our businessmen, they are really languishing in poverty. Counties are paying fake pending bills. And I know this budget we struggled to pass yesterday. It's going to go into campaign. And the institutions that are mandated to oversight the usage and utilization and accountability of those budgets, they are in slumberland or they are in bed with those corrupt county governments. Mr. Speaker, I wish this House, instead of us always lamenting, especially Finance Committee, you need to take serious measures as far as pending bills are concerned because they keep on accumulating. You can imagine a county having pending bills for legal services, over 100 million. What are they doing, you know? There are pending bills that are not even going down from 1.5 or 1.2 billion, like my own county. The only people who are paid pending bills, Mr. Speaker, are those who are politically correct. I think as a country, we stop lamenting and we take serious action. Finally, on the NPRs, we need actually to see how we can formally engage NPRs because they complement the work of police and also APs. Whenever we have challenges, Mr. Speaker, those people are the ones who are in forefront. Secondly, the manner in which NPRs are actually given out in those counties, there is so much corruption that is going on. Those who are politically correct are the ones who are given NPRs. The rest are left out. Some of the people, they are even given NPR firearms. They sat in town and chew mara instead of being in the bush to help the pastoral communities or defend the communities where they are supposed to be assisted. So certain things needs to be done. Yes, there is a lot that the government is doing as far as NPR in those affected areas is happening, but it should be done in a transparent manner. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Morango.
Asante sana Mr. Speaker. Ningetaka kuchangia taarifa ambayo iliombwa na Senator wa Kitui, Senator Wambua. Mr. Speaker, matatizo ya afya katika gatuzi zetu zimekuwa nyingi sana na imekuwa ni changamoto. Sana sana kwa upande wa wale ambao wanaangalia kuhakikisha kwamba kila kitu kinafanyika kwa njia iliyo sawa. Mr. Speaker, msongamano katika hospitali zetu ni jambo la dharura. Kwa sababu Mr. Speaker, wakati watu wamekuwa wengi, wengine wanalala kitanda kimoja na wale wanalala katika kitanda kile kimoja ni wagonjwa. Kwa hivyo wanaweza ambukizana magonjwa, na ya pili ni kwamba mgonjwa anafaa kupata mahali dhabiti ambapo anafaa aweze kupona. Mr. Speaker, katika Kirinyaga mahali imetoka Mr. Speaker, tumekuwa na changamoto kubwa sana kwa sababu ya mandawa, zile picha ambazo zinapigwa wagonjwa. Juzi kulikuwa na ile lift ambayo ilikuwa imeharibika takriban ya miezi mitatu. Tumekuwa na changamoto ya wahudumu afya ambao wengine hawajalipwa mishahara na marupurupu yao kwa miezi mitatu na wengine miezi 4. Mr. Speaker, wale wahudumu ambao wanafunga, wanaosha wagonjwa, wale ambao wanahakikisha kwamba hospitali zetu ziko safi, wale wanaangalia marazi na kuhakikisha ya kwamba wagonjwa wamekula. Wale ambao wanashikilia wagonjwa wakati wanatoka kwenda kuota njua, kwa wale ambao hawezi tembea, Mr. Speaker, wakati wanja lipo takriban miezi 3, inakuwa ni changamoto kubwa sana. Lakini Mr. Speaker, wakati tunapoongea kama maseneta kuhusu matatizo inayowakumba wafanyikazi wa hospitali zetu kama pale Kirinyaga, unapata ya kwamba wale wengi ambao wameajiliwa wanakuja wanauziwa uoga na kuambiwa atakayeongea tafutwa kazi. Wanaendelea kuteseka. Tunasahau kwamba wale ni watoto wa watu. Wale wafanyikazi wana nyumba wanalipa. Wako na chakula ambacho wanafaa kununua. Wako na watoto wanaoendea shule ambao wanafaa kukimu anda zao. Lakini Mr. Speaker, unapata gavana anaita mkutano moja watu wawili watatu, anawapiga pambaja na wanakubaliana kwamba kila kitu iko safi. Wananchi wanaendelea kuteseka na wale wahudumu wa afya ambao walipo mishahara wanaendelea kuteseka. Mr. Speaker, ndio leo nasimama kwa sababu tunakuja kupitisha tena fedha ambazo zinaenda kwa magavana. Waweze kuchukua jukumu, waache kuzimbia panya shimo kwa mikate wakitarajia watakufa. Mr. Speaker, waweze kuchukua majukumu yao na wajue ya kwamba hata wakiendelea kutukashifu sisi tunaoongea haitaokoa maisha ya wale ambao tuko nao. Mr. Speaker, kwa sababu Mr. Speaker, Waswahili wanasema ukikuja ukashifu mwenye akili hakuwezi kuondoa ujinga wao. Sasa tunataka ujinga huo uondolewe katika nchi zetu, watu wetu waweze kupata matibabu.
Thank you. Senator Wakoli.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity to ventilate on statements raised by honorable members. Honorable Speaker, I want to begin with the statement from Senator Omtata with regard to cricket, Honorable Speaker. When we were growing up, Honorable Speaker, Kenya was leading in Africa and globally. And it's quite hurting that we have degenerated to a point where we are discussing the sports in Parliament, yet we have a Ministry of Sports in this country. But in the same wavelength, Honorable Speaker, knowing very well, and Honorable Speaker, can you rein in on Senator Manzo? Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, you are not also listening. Honorable Speaker, I request that you listen to us than our good friend who is whispering loudly, Honorable Speaker. I am saying that sports is devolved. And when you look at counties in this country, Honorable Speaker, they are doing less or nothing with regard to sports in this country. The president is building stadiums across the country. But if you ask the county government how much they are putting into sports growth and searching in this country, it is zero. And therefore time is up, Honorable Speaker, that this House push the Council of Governors and Governors to task. I want now to finalize on this issue of the health sector, Honorable Speaker. It is now emerging, Honorable Speaker, that county governments and the executives in the county governments are using this department to make money. Some of them are keen to get tenders for cleaning services and detergents. Some of them are keen to get tenders for non-farms, Honorable Speaker. Some of them are keen to supply food. They call it food ratios in the facilities, Honorable Speaker. And at the expense of buying drugs that the people need to use, Honorable Speaker. It is also emerging that the executives in charge of health will send administrators and accountants who are either tribally aligned, politically aligned, or commercially aligned, so that they smoothen the operation